It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, KitchenLane USA, Advanced Car Care Center, and Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hi there. Good morning to you on Thursday. We got some news to tell you about today, so let's get to it. Springfield's new ban on video lottery games at businesses just won its first court battle. The ruling from a Cole County judge says the city can deny a business license to the company that owns the machines. The city views the terminals as gambling terminals, which are illegal. The law against them went into effect earlier last year, and owners of the machines have filed several lawsuits over the ban. Torch Electronics is the maker, and they are appealing that ruling. Meanwhile, the same Torch Electronics will have to pay $500,000 in fines to a supplier of the games, TNT Amusements, after TNT sued Torch, accusing them of misleading practices that led to the games being banned from businesses. A federal jury in St. Louis found Torch Electronics guilty of false advertising and unfair competition related to those devices.
All right. A Monett police officer gets to go back onto the job after he was hit pretty badly, but is going to be okay, make a full recovery. It happened Tuesday night at the intersection of Cleveland Avenue and 13th Street. The Highway Patrol crash report says that a driver failed to yield and ended up hitting the patrol's officer's car. So that's a scary ordeal. That officer is home from the hospital. The other driver was also not seriously hurt, perhaps a case of distracted driving.
Wow. Okay. After much back and forth, a judge has approved ballot language for a proposed constitutional amendment on abortion and sex changes for minors in Missouri. The proposed amendment would mandate parental consent for minors to have an abortion, would allow abortions for medical emergencies as well as rape and incest, and guarantee women's medical care for emergencies, ectopic pregnancies, and miscarriages. It would also ban hormone therapies and sex change operations for minor children. After the judge sent the language back to be revised more than once, the language is now set for the constitutional amendment to be on the ballot next year across the state of Missouri.
Ozark High School has confirmed a case of tuberculosis. The school district is sent an email letting parents know and saying that operations are continuing as normal for now because there's no broad risk to students or staff. The health department is trying to figure out who had close contact with that student and will help them get tested and treated if necessary. Symptoms can include a fever, cough, and weight loss.
Wow.
Later today, the Greene County Commission is asking for the public's input on its comprehensive plan. You can weigh in today from 4 to 6 at the Greene County Election Center. That is on Boonville. The commission wants the public's input on what they think about the future development as far as transportation, housing goes. If you can't make it, you can take the online survey that can be found on Greene County's website. All right, this is interesting. The government shutdown is affecting airports across the country, mainly at larger airports. Springfield's, as of at least the flights late last night, they had not been affected. So check your flight if you're heading out early this morning. But here in Springfield, most of the workers were still on the job. However, at bigger cities, if you're connecting through a bigger city, that could be a problem for you. Airport workers everywhere are calling in sick, and I guess you can't blame them. They are not getting paid until the government shutdown ends. So technically, they do need to go to work if they want to get that pay once the shutdown is over, but they're not getting paid right now. Flight tracking website FlightAware shows that since Monday, there have been more than 12,000 delayed flights and 1,000 canceled flights.
Yeah, that's a lot. Obviously, they are essential workers, so they have to be there, but I guess the call-in sick thing can happen. And typically they get back pay.
Yeah. So they will get back pay
Yeah.
as long as they're working. So the ones who are calling out are not going to get that money. But I think a lot of it potentially is on principle, they're not getting paid today, which, yeah, that's hard to go to work if you're not making money. So.
Maybe. Missouri State University will soon have a new member of the Board of Governors. Melissa Gurley will step into that role. She is a veterinarian from Mountain Grove and is the current vice chair. Gurley graduated from Missouri State before she headed up to the University of Missouri for her doctoral degree. The university has a board of 10. Typically, right now, only 8 seats are filled. So good for her.
Springfield's Rock Station is getting a big signal boost and a new spot on the dial. Q102 is now Q92.9. They have a 50,000 watt signal now, which is actually 10 times stronger than the one they previously had. That means they can reach a broader audience if they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, people would have to tune in, but they have that ability because there's a lot more people who will be able to find them on the dial. Q92.9 is owned and operated by Midwest Family Radio here in Springfield, which also owns us, Around the Ozarks News podcast. So,
one big family.
One big happy family. Yeah.
Midwest,
I mean, that's
family.
a pretty big deal to go to a signal 10 times stronger than the one you had before.
50,000 watts is a big radio station.
Yes, it is.
A lot of coverage. A lot of coverage.
So that's, by the way, that adds the potential, at least, of listeners in about a dozen additional counties.
That's a lot. Yeah. Well, good for them. I mean, that's great. Good for us, I suppose.
And good for us. I mean, Around the Ozarks, I guess we don't pipe out live over the radio, but we could. Same ownership.
Well, we just need them to promote us with all of these 50,000.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll see what I can do about that. I'll get on it.
Hey, today, we mentioned this yesterday, but it's worth mentioning again because today is day 2 of a 2-day hiring event for Bass Pro Shops. It's hiring full-time and part-time seasonal employees as we get into the holiday Christmas season. The hiring fair is again today from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Bass Pro in Springfield, as well as the Bass Pro down on the Branson Landing. You're better off, they say, doing this in advance, going to basspro.com/careers and applying there first, and then doing the walk-in interview thing. That's what they would prefer. basspro.com/careers. You can see what the options are. And then walk-ins are welcome from 10 to 7 today.
That would not be a bad seasonal job. Because I don't know if it works like it did when I was in high school, but even our seasonal workers at Famous Footwear,
discount,
they still got the discount.
Yeah, it's a pretty sizable discount. I know somebody, I heard a story from a guy, and I won't say but I won't say his name. But he told me that, I mean, he was higher up in business. And he wanted a boat, but he didn't want to pay full price for a boat. So he went and he got an extra job, working at Bass Pro Shops. And he did that for many, many months just to get the discount. And he told them when he started and when he applied that I'm just doing this for the discount. I'll be a good worker. And he had all kinds of ideas for him because he was a finance guy. He knew how to handle stuff and retail. So he ended up working for them. I forget how long, but it was several months that he kind of fulfilled his end of the bargain. And he immediately bought the boat and got the discount, and then later resigned because he had done what he'd come to do. That a great story?
A great story.
Yeah. Yeah. He took just a regular old job on the floor, the sales floor in the fishing area.
Huh. I mean, that's something I feel like our boy would do.
It was sizable savings, though.
I believe that. Yeah. I mean, especially on a big purchase.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love how he told them in advance what he was doing. And he's a listener. He listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
So he may email me or something.
That's funny.
But I won't say his name, but he's a good guy,
I
and
like it.
I love how he did that. It was a fantastic story what he told me.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, there are a lot of events going on this weekend. If you go to aroundtheozarks.com, click on events, you can see a bunch of them. We've told you about like the apple butter making days in Mount Vernon, the Maple Leaf Festival in Carthage. I'm seeing right now Jeepin' for a Cure in Ozark. That sounds so fun.
That's nice.
I guess the host of that is James River Jeep. They're in Ozark, off the highway. And that's Jeepin' for a really good cause, a cure for cancer.
Great weather. I drove the Jeep last night without the top and doors out to the soccer fields, and it was a little chilly driving home. I'll be honest with you. We had the heater on our feet, but it was very nice going out there while it was still daylight.
That's awesome. Art in the Park. That's happening at Siquiota Park this weekend on Lone Pine. Lots going on there. Also, the Springfield Culture Fest happening on C Street, Commercial Street. Culture Fest 2025. I mean, there's just a lot. Like I'm telling you, it is a thick list.
Yeah.
Stacks of paper, except for all digital.
And it's at aroundtheozarks.com. You can check it out there.
Click on events. All right. And then someone will find out tomorrow if they won our contest for 2 Chiefs tickets to go watch a ball game at Arrowhead. If you have not entered, you got to get on that today because we'll be drawing the winner. It is 2 Chiefs tickets to go watch the Commanders at Arrowhead versus the Chiefs on October 27th. All you got to do is submit a picture of you or your friends in your Chiefs gear somewhere around the Ozarks. Very
I'll tell
easy
you,
to play.
I am hoping with the rest of the Ozarks that the Chiefs will have a winning record by then, because it is not.
Did you see that Chris Jones shut down his social media?
It's
I kind of felt bad for him.
Social media is the worst, honestly. But that's a tangent that I don't probably need to get on. Yeah.
I just felt bad for him because I think that you can look at a guy like that and be like, oh, he's like an NFL star and makes millions of dollars. But he had a bad game. He made a bad play. People wanted to crucify him online. And so much so that he shut down his page. I actually felt really bad for him. I don't know the guy, but I got to believe that he's a human.
Well, we do that for everything now. I mean, an adult makes a really dumb decision and goes and yells at a guy about a baseball that came into the stands, and people try to ruin their lives, or they take one from a kid, which is obviously a terrible thing to do. I don't know that your life should be ruined forever as a result of doing that. I just don't like the gang mentality that is on social media. People gang up and want to ruin people for making. We all make mistakes and dumb decisions.
Yeah, the Karen Phillies thing.
Correct.
When I saw the Halloween costume of her, I felt bad for her. I mean, I believe it was wrong what she did, but you're right. It's the gang mentality that says we're going to ruin your life for the rest of your life.
Right.
And
you shouldn't be allowed to be employed anymore. It's insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she regretted that because it was stupid what she did, but okay, let's ease up.
Yeah.
Let her have her life back. Now, anyway. I did dress up as Steve Bartman once for Halloween. He was do you know who that is?
No, but all I know is that you're probably literally undoing everything that you just said.
Probably, but I was younger and more immature. This was he was a Cubs fan, and he reached over to try to catch a ball that was coming into the stands, and actually messed it up for his own team, the Cubs, because the Cubs didn't get to catch the ball because he was trying to catch it instead of anyway. It was a whole thing. And I felt bad for the guy, but I did dress up as him for Halloween. I did it on my own, though. I didn't purchase a Steve Bartman costume. And now we're talking about the poor guy. So Can we just erase this whole thing?
Somebody start over.
I feel bad. Bartman's life. I mean, the Cubs fans have been terrible to him. I feel bad for him. I was doing it all in good fun, but people have taken it to an extreme that I do not approve of.
Hey, sorry, we're going kind of long here, but this is live television, people. One last thing. Did you happen to see that, you know how like a few weeks ago we were talking about Delilah? She commented on our Around the Ozarks post.
No, she didn't.
She certainly did. The real one.
She shared my viral video. Is that what we were talking about?
No. Okay. So I don't even know what came up, but we were talking about Delilah on this day, the day where I looked like I had just rolled out of bed because I had. She posted, bruh, BRUH. This is the real Delilah, just so you know.
It's got a check mark.
I know. It's really her. It's really her.
Way.
So yesterday morning, I was, scrolling through my phone and I get this text from Grace from Around the Ozarks. And she was like, the real Delilah just commented on your post. And I was like, I felt like sort of like the time was it Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Griffin about Delilah. We were listening to Delilah driving back from our soccer game from Griffin's practice last night. And I was telling Griffin how Delilah is a very famous radio and personality, and she is coast to coast. I've listened to her for years, and she commented on one of my viral videos, and now you're telling me that she might have a thing for me. I think Delilah,
she's actually really cute. Do you think I should be worried? I don't know, guys. It turns out, I never knew what Delilah looked like. And I just assumed that she had a face for radio because that's what they say, right? No, she definitely has a face for television. This girl's cute.
Can't see that. No.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Delilah is fantastic. And
can you not
now
see
she's
it?
commented
I can see it just great.
Now she's commented herself on two things that I've been a part of. So I think there's something going on here. I think Delilah is semi-stalking me and has a thing for me.
And you're excited about it.
And maybe this will be 3. Maybe this will get to her.
Ethan is not going to call the cops on you. He's actually kind of excited. And don't worry, I'm his wife, so you will have to get through me. And I do have some guns, but I'm just telling you.
Oh, Delilah's harmless. She's all about love.
She is. She loves love. Indeed.
She loves love. Let her be. All right. Well, Delilah, okay. I hope you have a fantastic time today, whatever you're doing in your life. And I hope you find love and happiness. And we dedicate this outro to you.
This great outro music. Are you ready? Hit it.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. We have another beautiful day on tap for the Ozarks. Temperatures this morning are starting off cool once again. You might want to grab a jacket early on. A pair of sunglasses would serve you well, too. We've got temperatures warming up into the mid-70s today after morning temperatures starting out in the low 50s. So pleasant fall weather. These numbers fairly close to seasonal averages. So a good day to head out to the pumpkin patch if you've got the day free. If not, we're going to see warmer conditions by this weekend. It might be a little hot at the pumpkin patch by the time we get to the weekend forecast. Lots of sun in this forecast, though, and very little in the way of rain chances. We are going to remain dry in the forecast today, and really it's just going to be another beautiful day with temperatures. I have 76 degrees for Springfield. Generally, we'll be in the mid-70s everywhere. Winds, not too strong. They're out of the east at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Maybe feeling a bit brisk this morning, but that shouldn't last too long because the sunshine is going to do its job and heat us up rather quickly today. I do have conditions that are going to remain pretty nice as we head through the middle of the week. All the activity across the country is kind of focused out in the coastal areas, and we are going to see some quiet weather here in the Midwest. Temperatures are back into the 80s by tomorrow, and I think we stay that way for the weekend. So toasty again. If you have the mums out, they don't love the heat, and they're already showing some stress in many areas. We do have this extended period of dry weather ahead too. And what does that mean for our temperature forecast? Well, it means that it's going to warm up. In fact, I think lows tonight will be warmer than what we're waking up to this morning. Generally, tonight I have low temperatures falling back into the middle 50s. That'll set us up for a warmer day tomorrow. Tomorrow, anywhere from 75 to 80 degrees for afternoon highs, and then we'll be in the low 80s by the time Saturday rolls around. I've got us staying rain-free for a stretch of days. So lots of work getting done. Construction crews are happy with this forecast, but we are going to see this dry weather stick around. When I look at some of the long-range charts, it doesn't even look that promising as I look out into next week in terms of the rainfall. Around the country, it's this summer-like weather that's making a headline nationwide. Warmth through much of the United States. We also have showers that are developing for much of the East Coast from the Mid-Atlantic all the way up through portions of New York. And we also have drought conditions that are worsening in the Southwest and the plains with this warmer than average weather. It's also been drier than average, and the drought conditions are really starting to show. The one exception across the country is the Pacific Northwest. It's cooler than normal there with lots of rain in the forecast, expecting rain for the Pacific Northwest both today and tomorrow. So let's look at your national news headlines. As we take a look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question, this is for all of you Halloween lovers or Shakespeare lovers. The question that I had for you yesterday was this. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, what do the three witches famously chant while stirring their cauldron, hinting at their dark intentions? Is it A, bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, B, double, double, toil and trouble, C, stir and stew, make it new, C, chant and charm, do no harm? Well, D is out because this is dark intentions and the other three include that. But the answer, I did not know this one. I've been saying it wrong my whole life. The answer is B, double, double, toil and trouble. I totally thought it was bubble, bubble. It is not. It is double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. That's the end of the phrase. It is a famous line from Macbeth, spoken by three witches as they brew a spell. The rhyme signifies the doubling of hardship and difficulty, and it is often associated with Halloween and the magical, chaotic elements of the play, symbolizing the destructive and misleading power of the witches' prophecies. So, if you were like me and thought it was bubble, bubble, we stand corrected. It is B, double, double, toil and trouble. Congrats if B was your guess. Here's the trivia question for tomorrow. In European witch trials, what was the infamous Malleus Maleficarum primarily used for? Do you think it is A, spell book for witches to cast curses, B, a guide for identifying and prosecuting witches, C, a legal defense manual for accused witches, or D, a religious text to ward off witchcraft? Do you have a guess? If you do, or you want to make one, head on over to the website. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much for joining me on this beautiful Thursday. Jacket this morning, won't need it later on. Sunshine, 76 degrees. Great day shaping up in the Ozarks. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow morning.